Miami, Florida. Images on a Super Bowl Wednesday night as we are just 4 days away from the biggest spectacle in American sports. We got it covered for you from every angle. Hi, everyone, and welcome to NFL Total Access presented by Rocket Mortgage Super Bowl Squares. I'm Scott Hansen. My partner, Lindsay Rhodes, is currently checking into her hotel on South Beach right now. She will be back with us tomorrow. I get to tell you today that the Chiefs and the Niners were both on the practice field today in Miami. For Kansas City, they worked out at the Dolphins facility in Davie, Florida. Wednesday, traditionally an installation day on an NFL practice week calendar. Let's go live to Miami right now. Tom Pelissero is with the AFC champs. And Tom, you got something like 2,000 reporters there in South Florida. Every one of them is looking for like a bulletin board soundbite or quote. And I'm told you may have found a little one today.
Well, Scott, it's not exactly breaking news that the Chiefs can't let the 49ers run wild as they did for 285 yards in the NFC Championship game. However, defensive tackle Chris Jones did provide a telling quote when I asked him for the #1 key in the Super Bowl. Stopping the run, Jones said, reinforcing that they want to try to force the 49ers quarterback to beat them.
Last game they threw 8 passes, and scored over 30 points. If a team can do that, they're very dangerous. So they love to control the tempo of the game. They love to control how the game is played, and we got to stop that.
Put the game on Jimmy Garoppolo's shoulders.
1,000%, and we'll see where it goes from there.
The Chiefs defense got a big boost in the AFC title game from the return of Jones, who says that his calf feels great. Jones, tight end Travis Kelce, and everybody else on the Kansas City roster fully participated in today's non-padded practice. They'll be back on the field tomorrow afternoon. Scott?
I think it was the Jones eyebrow raise, as he said 1,000% in your interview with him, that raised some of our eyebrows here. And, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so your interview was earlier today with Jones. Just a short time ago, Jimmy Garoppolo had his Wednesday media session, and he was asked about Jones' comments.
Chris Jones of the Chiefs said they 1,000% want to put the game on your shoulders and obviously take away the run, but put it on you. What's your reaction to that?
It's great. I mean, teams have tried that this year. I think our offense does a great job. Starting with Kyle, just with the play calling, but they do a great job of getting us in good situations, whether it's run or pass, and, we just do the rest.
So, politically correct answer right there. Let's go live now to South Beach. That's where Willie McGinnis and James Jones are standing by. Guys, you just heard it. Chris Jones says Kansas City wants to put the game on Jimmy Garoppolo's throwing arm. A, is that a good strategy? B, is it wise to put it out there here 4 days before the game?
Well, I mean, it's evident that they ran the ball for almost 300 yards. And if you're trying to get a team to play a certain way, JJ, and deter them from running the ball, which you probably don't want them to do, you're going to say, yeah, give it to Jimmy G. I dare you, because you want a pass rush. But let me tell you this. Kyle Shanahan is not going to deviate from his game plan. He is going to make you stop the run. If you cannot, you're going to see it at least 40 to 50 times. And if you're up, that will dictate if they're passing the ball or not. Not because you're telling them to do it.
And absolutely. And like I said last week when everybody told me I was crazy saying the Chiefs will stop Derrick Henry, the only reason why I said that is because of Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the key to all this. If you go up on the 49ers, that's going to stop the 49ers from running the ball. The 49ers have rushed the ball on 3rd and 6 plus 27 times, including the playoffs. That's the most in the National Football League. So that's what they do. They are not scared to run the ball, okay? Even if it's 3rd and 6 plus, what you think is a passing down. So, yes, obviously you want to get the ball in the Jimmy G's hands, but it's up to this kid right here. If he could jump on him, if he could come out, get the ball, take the ball, first 15 plays, use yours. If you win the snap, take the ball and go down there and score and put pressure on this Niners offense and force Jimmy G to throw the football.
Who wants to get into a shootout with Pat Mahomes?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Fans might want to see a shootout with Patrick Mahomes, though. Fellas, great job. We'll check back with you on South Beach again in just a bit. As for the Niners side of things, Kyle Shanahan back at the Super Bowl for the first time since he was the offensive coordinator of the Falcons when they played in Super Bowl 51. That, of course, was the 25-point lead that was lost there, a subject that he has not shied away from, and one of the many things that he addressed today with our Kurt Warner.
Some advantage. Pressure on my wife. Okay. She's the one in charge of all tickets and all family members, and I'm pretty good because I've never been very good with my phone. I've never had an email in my life, and my phone I rarely text back during the season. I kind of keep myself oblivious to everything, which I'm sure has rubbed some people the wrong way. But when I get to moments like this, it makes it a lot easier for me just to focus with the task at hand. And when the season's over, I'll probably sit down for a few days and give a lot of thank yous to a bunch of people and stuff like that. But I try to keep my world very small, just because if you make it too big, you can't help to notice it all.
Tell me what it is that's unique about this team.
Our team just blew my mind all year about the different ways that we could win the game. I mean, the way we started out the year, I mean, we had a generational defense. I mean, the way we were playing early on, just numbers and stuff. I want to say in those first 6 games, I mean, we were on pace to just kill any numbers that any team had ever done. We went through a number of injuries, had a few games where we took a few steps back at defense, and during that time, I think our offense got a little bit better. You know, we started out running the ball. I mean, we became a pretty good passing team, and then we finished it up in the playoffs. We kind of came back to where we started. So when you look down the list, we've won every way possible, and I think that's one of the reasons we're standing here, because we had a lot more clubs in the bag, and you need that to get this far.
Where was that moment during the year where you kind of looked at your coaches or you ran home to your wife and you go, now, we got a chance to do something special this year?
Probably after we beat Arizona. I think I want to say we just traded for Emmanuel. We ended up beating Carolina pretty good, and it was a real good team at the time. We didn't play that well versus Arizona, found out to still win at the end there. And I think we were sitting there at 8-0, and it was, I knew we were going to be a good team. But then when we got to that point, it's like, all right, we are a good team. It hit me about halfway through the year, and when you see that, you think, hey, guys, we're 8-0. That's a lot better than 2 years ago when we were 0-9. But, guys, the pressure's just going to start. Just because you're doing this well, wait till you see. And every game's going to matter. And those last 4 games of the year, it felt like we had to win each one just to get to the playoffs. And our season came down to the last play of the year to get home field advantage. And so the pressure's been on since the beginning, and it's still on. And I think it's helped our team, because I think our team's battle-tested. And that's why the playoffs they didn't feel much different than those last few games of the year.
Last time you were in the Super Bowl, it didn't end the way you wanted it to. What's that one message you take from that game that you apply or that you give to your team this week?
I use myself as an example for our team. I go, guys, think of the worst stuff that can happen. I mean, whether it's right or wrong, I mean, just what happens if someone blames you for losing? And so I try to put everyone through that. I'm like, guys, that could give a lot of people anxiety and stuff. And guys, don't worry, I've been there. And guess what? I was still alive the next day. And my life did move on, and things are still all right. But whether you win or lose, the key is that you don't hesitate on anything. So no matter what, the rest of your life, you can look in the mirror and you don't have regrets.
Awesome. Well, good luck. I hope you're holding that family at the end with a trophy in your hand.
Thanks, Kurt. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Kyle. One other thing we learned about Kyle Shanahan this week is that he is not going to script his opening to the game, first 15 plays or so, until Friday or Saturday. But if you're looking for a tell on the Niners, according to PFF, San Francisco has called a run play on the first play of the game in 15 of their 18 games, including playoffs this season. That's 83% of the time. The first play is a run play, highest percentage in the NFL. Let's bring in our in-studio analyst right now. I've got Brian Baldinger right over here on my left. I've got Marcel Reese over here on my right. Or for the sake of this discussion, we've got Kyle Shanahan, and we've got Andy Reid. Let's talk about the opening of the game, fellas. Baldy, I'm giving you the keys to the Niners franchise. How should Kyle Shanahan script it when the first quarter hits?
Kyle doesn't have to wait till Sunday morning or Saturday morning. He can take this script right here.
And you win the game with this right here.
This script is taking the ball down the field. And let me show you what I'm doing here, because I'm not going crazy here. I'm not going to go where I'm going off the script. These are plays that they have run this year. Motion here, you're going to see. And I formation. You can't get any more basic than I formation. Get the jitters out of the offensive line. Just going to go hit somebody, get a positive gain. But now, Kittle in motion, offset I. You sell run, and then you go quick, play action. Hit Emmanuel Sanders, that quick slant, run after the catch, explosive play. Guys are feeling pretty good about themselves on the other side of the 50.
Gotcha.
We're rolling, Scott.
Gotcha.
We come right back to the run game. This is right from last week in the NFC Championship game. Kittle in motion. 2-man game with Juszczyk along with Kittle right here. The end can't be right. Mostert, he's got lanes. And Dele, 13 yards. We got a first down. Now we're rolling. Here we go. I love this play. You know you're going to see it too. Here comes the motion. Debo in motion. Now you're going to drag Kittle across the formation. Bootleg. Boot. Drag. First down. Get the ball in Kittle's hand. Let him know it's not going to be all
You're probably red zone
today.
by now. You're probably
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Get me a back out of the backfield. Whether it's a screen, whether it's just a release right here. Get the ball into Mostert's hands. I just got you almost 5 first downs. Like, we're in scoring position.
Okay.
Kyle, it's all yours. Take it. Don't overthink it. Those will all work.
I like it. We'll see if Kyle's watching this program right here. You can't email him that, unfortunately.
Right, he doesn't
you can't.
answer.
He doesn't answer his emails. All right, let's flip it back over. So we know the first play is basically going to be a run for the San Francisco 49ers. Kansas City, this is harder to figure out because out of their 18 games this year, including playoffs, 9 runs on the first play of the game, 9 passes on the first play of the game, and including RPOs where it could be a run or a pass when they break the huddle. How should Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy go about the first quarter?
So my key right here for Kansas City is to establish a run game early. You have to stay on schedule, stay ahead of the sticks, meaning you're not getting in 3rd and long early. You're not having a ton of incomplete passes. You're allowing your offense to gain a rhythm. Patrick Mahomes and these explosive receivers need to gain a rhythm. They had those passes, they're even, but they're RPOs, run pass option, meaning you could do either or.
Sure.
I got to cover my mouth because I'm now calling plays.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
I have the feel for it. Here, the first play, we have a jet sweep RPO to Tyreek Hill. You have a ton of options, but guess what? If the end is wrong, you're giving it to Tyreek Hill, getting the ball in a playmaker's hands early. Play 2, I'm dialing up a shovel pass to Travis Kelce. Again, you're staying ahead of the sticks. It doesn't have to be a huge play, but guess what? Another pass catcher is getting involved early. Here, we have the jet sweep with the ghost motion behind it. There's a ton of options, and we're running a screen to the weak side. Again, first downs, explosive play possibility. And lastly, we have the Wildcat. Listen here, we have Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Shane McCoy, and Tyreek Hill in the backfield at the same time. The San Francisco 49ers cannot be right here. They can't be right. There's too many things to guard and too many options for the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid, I got you covered.
I'll tell you what. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen, because if the script goes according to plan, someone's jumping out to the lead. The team that scores first in the Super Bowl is 36-17. That's a strong lead when you draw first blood.
Are you deferring or are you taking the ball?
Well, I mean, I want the ball in the second half. I'm deferring. Put my defense out there.
I even got that stat. The last 9 teams to win the coin flip in the Super Bowl deferred.
I'm ahead of the sticks. I'm staying ahead of the sticks here.
Just saying. All right, hey, we are just getting